many times have you been in a situation where your voice seemed to disappear into the background? How many opportunities have slipped through your fingers because you weren't taken seriously? It's like being trapped in a cycle of invisibility, isn't it? Here's the harsh truth. If you don't command respect, you become a footnote in other people's stories. You're sidelined, dismissed, and your value goes unnoticed. Respect isn't handed out like candy. You've got to earn it. Stay until the end, because by the end, you'll have the tools to walk into any room and own it. To be the person who commands respect, not because you demand it, but because you deserve it. Number 1. Ever wondered why some people seem to walk through life with an air of self-assuredness, while others constantly battle self-doubt? The secret lies in self-respect, a powerful force that can transform your world. Self-respect is the foundation of your self-worth, the mirror that reflects your value. Without self-respect, it's like trying to navigate through life without a map. You're lost, constantly at the mercy of external influences. In simple terms, self-respect means recognizing your own worth and having the courage to stand up for it. It's not about arrogance or ego. It's about treating yourself with the same kindness and dignity you'd offer to a dear friend. Allow me to introduce you to Alex, a remarkable individual who discovered the profound impact of self-respect. Alex had spent years in a self-imposed cage of self-doubt and self-criticism. His lack of self-respect was crippling his personal and professional life. One day, Alex had an epiphany. He asked himself a simple, yet life-altering question. Why am I allowing others to determine my value? That question ignited a transformative journey towards self-respect and self-empowerment. Alex's journey was far from smooth. He encountered naysayers and skeptics who were accustomed to seeing him as someone who would readily submit. However, he remained resolute in his pursuit of self-respect. In a pivotal moment, his boss entrusted him with a challenging project and remarked, "This might be too much for you." Instead of feeling diminished, Alex confidently responded, "I appreciate your confidence in me. I'll tackle it head-on." His newfound self-respect radiated from him. His colleagues began to notice his transformation. They saw him as a capable, self-assured individual who deserved their respect. Now, take a moment to reflect on your life. Have you ever permitted others to erode your self-respect? Have you settled for less than you rightfully deserve? But there's hope. Alex's story exemplifies that you can cultivate self-respect, regardless of how low your self-esteem may be. Begin by acknowledging your worth and establishing boundaries for how you expect to be treated. Why should you cultivate self-respect? Because it serves as the foundational stepping stone toward commanding respect from others. When you respect yourself, you transmit a clear signal to the world about the treatment you demand. So, can you make the commitment to nurture self-respect? Don't settle for less. Cultivate self-respect and witness the transformation as respect from others becomes a natural outcome of the respect you've nurtured within yourself. Number 2, have you ever encountered someone whose word was as good as gold? Their integrity is a beacon of trust. In a world often clouded by doubt, integrity, the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles, is a trait that can't be overstated. It's the linchpin of trust in any relationship, whether personal or professional. Allow me to introduce you to Mark, a pillar of his community who embodies integrity. In a world where promises are often fragile, Mark's word was unwavering. People in his community trusted him implicitly because they knew that when he made a commitment, he stuck to it. Mark's journey into becoming a paragon of integrity wasn't without its trials. His resolve to stay true to his word was tested time and again. One day, a friend urgently needed his assistance for a charity event. Mark had already made plans to unwind playing his favorite game for the weekends, but he had promised to support his friend despite the personal sacrifice. He kept his commitment and devoted the weekend to the charity event. Word of Mark's unwavering integrity spread throughout the community. People admired and respected him for being a man of his word, someone they could rely on without hesitation. Now, take a moment to reflect on your life. Have you ever made a promise and failed to keep it? Have you witnessed the erosion of trust due to broken commitments? There's an essential lesson in Mark's story. It exemplifies the enduring power of integrity and the profound impact it has on relationships, both personal and professional. Staying true to your word isn't just a virtue, it's a cornerstone of respect. Why should you stay true to your word? Because it cultivates trust, and trust is the foundation of respect. When you consistently keep your promises, you become someone others can count on. So, can you make the commitment to uphold your word? Can you embark on a journey to be a person of integrity, knowing that it's the key to building and maintaining trust? By staying true to your word, you become a person who commands respect through your unwavering honesty and reliability. Number 3, have you ever thought about how respect is intertwined with the simple act of listening? Listening is not just a passive act, it's a powerful tool that can bridge the gap between individuals and foster mutual respect. The ability to truly listen is at the core of building respect. When you actively listen to someone, you acknowledge their presence and value. It's a testament to their worth as a human being, and it lays the foundation for a respectful relationship. Now, imagine meeting Sarah, a woman who possesses an extraordinary gift. She has the uncanny ability to make people feel heard and understood. It's not a superpower, it's simply the result of her commitment to active listening. Sarah's journey to becoming a respected listener wasn't without its challenges. In a world where distractions abound and conversations often feel more like monologues, she chose a different path. She started a support group for people struggling with mental health issues. Sarah understood that to truly help, she needed to listen actively, without judgment. Her support group became a sanctuary where people felt genuinely heard. Now let's pause and reflect. When was the last time you felt truly heard? Think about your interactions with friends, family, or colleagues. Were they truly present in the moment, or were they just waiting for their turn to speak? Active listening is a gift we can give to others. It's a powerful way to show respect and create deeper, more meaningful connections. So, why is active listening so crucial for earning respect? It's because when you actively listen, you convey that the other person matters. You show that their thoughts, feelings, and experiences have value. Now, let me challenge you. Can you commit to being an active listener? In your interactions, can you set aside distractions and genuinely focus on what others are saying? By doing so, you'll not only be a better friend, partner, or colleague, but also a person who commands respect through your attentive and empathetic demeanor. Number 4, imagine this. You're standing at the edge of a beautiful garden. There's a fence around it, guarding the vibrant flowers and lush plants. Boundaries in life are like that fence. They protect your inner garden of self-respect. Healthy boundaries involve clearly defining your limits, values, and personal space. They're the compass that ensures you're treated with respect, kindness, and consideration. Meet Sarah, a woman who used to struggle with setting boundaries. She was the go-to person for everyone's problems, always available to lend a hand, even at her own expense. Sarah's journey towards setting boundaries was far from smooth. She realized that her inability to say no was causing burnout and eroding her self-respect. She felt like a doormat, walked all over by others. One day, Sarah faced a moment of truth when her best friend asked her for a huge favor that would disrupt her own plans. Instead of saying yes, as she always did, Sarah mustered the courage to say no. The reaction was surprising. Her friend was taken aback at first, but then respected Sarah's decision. It was a turning point. Sarah continued to set boundaries in her life, And gradually, people around her started treating her with more respect and consideration. Sarah's story illustrates the incredible impact of strong boundaries. She learned that setting limits isn't selfish, it's an act of self-respect and self-care. It allows you to be there for others without sacrificing your well-being. So, why are boundaries crucial for self-respect? Because they send a clear message that you value yourself and your needs. When you respect your own boundaries, you teach others how to respect you. Are there areas in your life where you've been neglecting your boundaries? Can you take a step towards setting and maintaining them? It's not about building walls, it's about building healthier, more respectful relationships. It's about asserting your worth and allowing others to see and appreciate it. Just like that garden with its protective fence, your boundaries are there to nurture your self-respect and create a flourishing, respectful environment in your life. It's time to start tending to your inner garden with the love and respect it deserves. Number 5. Have you ever marveled at how some people command immense respect without needing to boast about their accomplishments? It's a remarkable quality: humility. Humility is not about downplaying your self-worth. It's about recognizing your value without constantly seeking validation. It's equally about valuing the worth of others. Consider the life of a man who epitomized humility, Mahatma Gandhi. His legacy is built on his unwavering humility and commitment to non-violence. He never flaunted his leadership or personal sacrifices, but led by example. Now, let's embark on a journey through Gandhi's life. He's not just a historical figure, but a timeless icon of humility. His journey started like anyone else's, but his path was marked by a profound dedication to respect. Even for his adversaries, Gandhi's reputation for humility grew. As he led India's struggle for independence, people admired him, not only for his remarkable leadership, but also for his willingness to engage respectfully with those who opposed him. Now, reflect on your own life. How often do you feel the need to boast or compete for recognition and respect? But Gandhi's life teaches us that respect, earned through humility, is lasting and genuine. Here's the essence of humility: it doesn't diminish your value, it multiplies it. When you practice humility, you attract respect naturally, without having to demand it. Humility is the key to self-respect. It's about treating others with kindness and empathy while recognizing your own worth. It's not about belittling your accomplishments, but acknowledging them without arrogance. Why should you practice humility? Because it's the foundation of genuine self-respect and mutual respect. Embracing humility transforms the way others perceive you as someone who's authentic, approachable, and empathetic. Emulating Gandhi's humility doesn't mean you have to become a world leader. It means you can change the way you interact with the world. Can you commit to practicing humility in your daily life, treating everyone with the respect they deserve? Humility doesn't overshadow your light, it magnifies it. It's the invisible force that earns you the respect of those around you. Number 6. Have you ever considered the golden rule of respect, that to receive it, you must first give it? Respect, at its core, is a two-way street. It's the understanding that to be respected, you must show respect. It's like planting seeds. What you sow, you reap. Imagine two colleagues, Sarah and Mark. Sarah consistently respects Mark's ideas, listens attentively, and values his opinions. In return, Mark reciprocates this respect by acknowledging Sarah's contributions and treating her ideas with the same regard. Now, let's embark on a journey with Sarah and Mark. Two real individuals whose professional relationship evolved because of their mutual respect. They didn't demand respect from each other. They earned it through their actions. Sarah and Mark's journey took an interesting turn during a challenging project. When faced with a critical decision, Mark suggested one approach, but Sarah had a different perspective. Instead of dismissing her ideas or insisting on his own, Mark paused and said, Sarah, I value your insights. Let's explore both options and make an informed decision together. Sarah felt genuinely heard and respected. Mark's willingness to consider her viewpoint made her even more determined to collaborate effectively. They decided to implement a hybrid approach, merging their ideas, which turned out to be a game changer for the project. Their colleagues noticed this transformation. The workplace became more harmonious and productive, all because Sarah and Mark understood the principle of reciprocity in respect. Now, take a moment to reflect on your own life. Have you ever demanded respect without extending it to others? It's like expecting a harvest without planting any seeds. But there's a straightforward solution. Treat others with the same respect you desire. Respect their opinions, listen actively, and value their contributions. When you do this consistently, respect flows back to you naturally. Why should you embrace the principle of reciprocity and respect? Because it's the key to creating a respectful and harmonious environment. When you give respect, you foster an atmosphere where respect is abundant. So, can you commit to practicing respect as a reciprocal action? Can you be the one who sets the example by giving respect freely, knowing that it will return to you in abundance? Respect isn't a one-way street. It's a cycle that starts with you. By showing respect to others, you set in motion a chain reaction of mutual respect that enriches your life and those around you. Remember, demanding respect may make you feel momentarily powerful, but earning it through your actions and attitude makes you truly respected. Embrace the art of reciprocity in respect, and watch as respect flows back to you naturally and abundantly.